barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Checks and balances is out. Checks and balances is out. And midtime snack, lightly salted sunflower seeds. And but I'm just gonna tell y'all this: Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, November dates are dead. I'm just getting out in front of the news before it gets out, because since I'm lying, I don't know what I'm talking about. It's dead. Can't make maximum dollar. It's gone. And two things are gonna happen. November's dead, and PBC we're gonna go dark in September and have a light schedule in October. No $1 million fighter for PBC will be fighting in September. I'm telling y'all. I'm talking about on Showtime, not the pay-per-view on Fox. So we have things clear. But don't forget to go buy Checks and Balances and 9 Wives, man. Hold on, I get my water. I gotta get a stand so I can just do spontaneous videos in the house. Gotta get a small little tripod. This bending over shit ain't cool. But yep, I'm here to tell y'all it's dead. They had an impasse, and I'm gonna let you fighters know something. Y'all fighters better be pushing for Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford to get made, because if it doesn't get made, it will slow down y'all careers drastically, and it means that there is no money on the PBC side to pay you what you believe you're worth at this stage in y'all careers, and even the middle of the road guys, and what's going to happen is we're going to start getting these lopsided fights of these former world champions that would take pay cuts, and these guys that are going to be introduced to America, but it's the American way, low wages, high work rate, it's the American way. Ain't nothing, they ain't doing nothing wrong. That's why you only got one manager working at a time at your job. I can't be mad at Heyman and Steven Espinoza for doing that. But oh, and another thing, there's a gag order on Adrian Broner this week. You will always see in Adrian Broner interviews a PBC personnel right next to him the whole week. Watch. Y'all think I'll be making this shit up, man. I know everything that goes on. You know what I mean? I think I know Al better than know himself by now. I got a mole, man. They love me, man, because I tell the truth. You know what I mean? I done been on more phone calls with Leonard Ellerby and Al Heyman than people ever know. But I'm just going to let y'all know. No way. And on a personal level, I want Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence to make the fight. And I want them both to be paid handsomely because they've earned the right to be here. You know what I mean? They've earned it. I'm exhausted from negotiating this shit, and I'm tired of bending over like I am now. But I got to get a stand. But that's where we're at with this, man. And all that pro-black shit, it's over. I don't ever want to hear that shit again on PBC side. Terrence Crawford's been a free agent for 10 months. Next month. Nah. Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford bet not sign to have this fight November 12th or November 19th. It's not enough time. And you're competing against Alabama, the entire NFL, the SEC schedule on CBS. It's just, it's just hard to do it. It's just really, really hard to do it, you know? And if it was run by Fox, I would say they had a chance. But CBS and Showtime don't know how to do it. I remember the campaign they ran when Floyd signed that $300 million deal. And they had him on the Final Four with Charles Barkley and all that. And Charles Barkley was asking for an earring. Y'all remember that? Yeah, it got to be more strategic, man. I think this fight should be dead for this year because it's no window. Not for a fight like that. It's no window. It's no window. And September, historically, is the busiest month for PBC. Like the biggest fight historically, if you look at their schedules. They always have a big fight. Labor Day weekend. You can go all the way back. You can go back as far as you want. And they always busy in September. Remember Earl Spence fought Sean Porter? September. And all that good stuff. So I'm just here to let y'all know. There's no way they can make that fight now. No way. If they want maximum pay, you know what I mean? That's it. And lastly, I got one more question. Does Jermall Charlo still have a back injury? Or they don't want to pay him. It's been 10 weeks. In 4 days, it'll be 10 weeks. 30, it'll be 62. It will be 62 days since Juneteenth, right? In a couple of days. It'll be 62 days, and they still haven't rescheduled Jermall Charlo's fight date. Why they haven't rescheduled it, or did they cancel the fight? They canceled the fight, man. You know what I mean? He won't be fighting that guy. You know? And we'll see, man. But I'm just here to let y'all know, man. I love when I'm right. I love when I'm, and you know what's beautiful? I love when I'm the only person right. I love it. I love it when I'm the only person right because no one is covering this shit like I am. I get all these phone calls and information. Man, let me tell you something, man. When the Indians are unhappy, the chief is nervous. And there's a lot of unhappy Indians at PBC. I'm gonna give you guys an example. Teofimo Lopez fought tonight. He knows the next date he's fighting. Keyshawn Davis said, I'm fighting September 23rd. Tell me somebody on PBC that can say I'm fighting on such and such date right now. Tell me. I'll wait. Bob Arum is 6 months out. Eddie Hearn is out till October 9th. PBC is out till September 4th. You're going to be seeing a lot of showbox cards. I mean, not a lot, but, you know, he got to start building his base. He got to start separating himself from Al. I just want Al Heyman to know I got a mute button on my phone so you can't hear me when I'm on the other line. And you'll never know. 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 You never know. You never, 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 never know. No. And let me tell you something, Stephen. I don't know how you want to receive it, Little Stephen. That's your nickname. They call you Little Stephen. That's what they call you. I ain't lying. I swear. They call you Little Stephen. They don't even call you Stephen Espinosa. They call you Little Stephen. I'll say this. You're a likable guy. I would agree. 100% likable guy. But you got to put your foot down. The same way you disrespected Lou DeBella is the same way you're going to need him now. You know what I mean? Even if you just got to be at East Coast. Even if you just got to be East Coast for like 3 to 6 months, man. Put some cards on the East Coast, and you get, what's the girl's name? Carissa Shields' promoter. You get Lou DeBella. And I'm going to wrap this up just by saying the only fighters he mentioned in that, what's that? In that interview with Tay Jones is all fighters that Al Heyman don't control. Brandon, shout out to Brandon. What is he? Chinese, Vietnamese, Korean, and Mexican. He has a date, right? Just add it, you know. Sebastian Fortuna. Shout out to Sebastian Fortuna, who keep on getting fight dates. You know, Samson loves paying for his fight dates, man. Samson knows how valuable it is to be in that position and call the shots, and you know what I mean. Like I said, you won't see Jermall Charlo again this year. I told y'all that. The budget ain't there, man. The budget's not there. Al rich than the motherfucker, though. Let me tell you that. Him and Ryan Carwell, they rich. They rich than a motherfucker, man. I mean, when I say rich, I mean, like, you think Floyd Mayweather got money? Shit. All tax-free, too. Geniuses, man. Geniuses. I respect them. Hey, listen, I'm not mad at Al. I just want the fights. I'm not mad. It's laughable at this point anyway, man. You know what I mean? Al got a comfortable house in the Valley. I got a comfortable house in LA. You know what I mean? I got a 1,000-foot kitchen, 1,000-square-foot kitchen. Al too conservative to have a 1,000-square-foot kitchen. But, you know, it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? So she's just going to have a good time, man. But y'all enjoy this PBC schedule. Y'all can call me what you want, man, but I'm just delivering the truth. There's no way Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. So I'm going to go against Dan Raphael and say the fight won't be happening November 12th. It can't. It can't. If Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford accept this fight from November 12th, it's going to be rough on them. It's going to be rough on them because they got to spend 3 weeks traveling to promote the fight. Yeah, and you need a full 10-week camp. And I want them to get all the money. I want them to break the bank. You got to tell these cable companies to take 20% instead of at least 30%. You know what I mean? You got to deliver this fight for the fans. You know what I mean? You can pay them. Steven and Al, you got to pay them. You got parents. You know what I mean? You trying to squeeze them because you got nowhere to go. It's going to backfire because the fans will not accept you putting pressure on Terrence Crawford that his belt is going to get stripped in November. No, it's not going to work. Fans not going to accept that. We want Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence, with or without the belts. Who cares? This is what the fans want. And he got to find a way to get Keith Thurman back in the ring. But Ugas might be his Huckleberry, his fall guy. Which will do terrible numbers. It will be the only way you can put on that fight is on pay-per-view. That's the only way you can put it on. Stephen Espinosa is not paying Ugas all that fucking money. This shit ugly out here in these streets, man. Barbershop conversation. See, when you know, see, they can't fool me. They can fool y'all with gibberish. You know what I mean? Shout out to Ryan Leslie. That's a hell of a song, Gibberish. But they can't fool me with the gibberish. They can fool y'all. But the fight's not happening November 12th, man. Impossible. Barbershop Conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Maybe it could happen the first week of December. That's the last option here is the first week of December. You know, the Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder fight date. That's it. You know what I mean? But man, this pay-per-view mark. See, and here's the catch too. Tank Davis Halloween pay-per-views and that Sunday night pay-per-view tells us that it's gonna be challenging to compete with them. It's so hard to put on a pay-per-view in college football season. I mean, in the NFL season, dog. It's hard. It's super hard, man. Why you think Floyd fought in what? September and what? May? It's hard, man. It's keeping it a buck with you. You know what I mean? And it was an integrated holiday for Latino fans, Mexican fans in particular. Anyways, man, I'm gone, man. I'm having fun with y'all. I love this banter. I love when I'm right, too. November 12th is off, y'all. Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford is off November 12th. Go.